we're just going to type in Upwork.com. Go to Fiverr, freelancer.com, do the same thing. Translation services, Facebook advertising, logo design services, custom t-shirts, cartoon portrait design. It makes it pretty clear after you look at this just for a few minutes that the most popular jobs over on Upwork are
you listening? Damn.
So to get started, just head over to google.com and we're going to search for a tool called Uber Suggest. So we'll click that in there. And it's on a site called neilpatel.com. There's a couple others that are like Uber Suggest, Alternative, and so forth. Just make sure you get the one that's on neilpatel.com /Uber Suggest. So click into that. And using this is actually pretty straightforward. So what we're going to do is we're just going to type in upwork.com. And it'll kind of give you the traffic and stats and so forth. What we're after is top pages here. So we'll come into top pages, and this is going to list all of these in order by estimated visits. So this is giving you a sense of what pages on this particular site are the most traffic. Now, does that mean that there's the most money to be made? Does that mean that the most people are getting hired in here? Not necessarily, but this is probably a fairly strong indicator of what the most popular freelance jobs on a particular freelancing site are. So you'll see here, Spanish to English translation, English Spanish jobs. This is the home page. French to English, English to Spanish, English to French translators. So it makes it pretty clear after you look at this just for a few minutes that the most popular jobs over on Upwork are translation jobs, and it seems in particular Spanish to English. Now, would you have known that before? Is that something that you would have guessed when you thought about those particular sites? Maybe, maybe not, but it gives you some insight. And then not only that, but you can come down here and you can kind of look for your thing and see where it rates and what page is ranking the highest for that particular thing. So, top 10 Photoshop freelancers. If you're a Photoshopper, then maybe this is a page you want to look at and see if there's a way you can get on it, or just try and do some analysis, some research to figure out how to kind of crack the code on getting yourself on these particular pages, or at least getting into these service areas. All right, so that's Upwork. Of course, we can come over here and we can look at freelancer.com, do the same thing. And again, you're going to see translator. It looks like Arabic to English. That's the home page. Craigslist jobs with a misspelling there. These are a couple of their own generated pages. Build a website, HTML, Java, JavaScript, PHP. So let's go ahead and just open this one up and take a look at it. So it looks like this is an actual job here. So that's getting a decent amount of traffic to it. And again, you can just sort of come through here and look for what is the most popular on this particular site to give you some sense of the kind of freelancing that you could be doing on this particular site. Again, we'll come over here and we'll go to Fiverr. And again, you will see translation services. This one here, that looks like it's a misspelling. I didn't realize what this was at first, but if you come over here, this is actually for Facebook advertising. So that's something that if you know anything about, maybe that's a gig that you might want to think about offering over on Fiverr. Logo design services, custom t-shirts, cartoon portrait design seems to be pretty popular. So this isn't hard, fast rules. This isn't 100% sure thing, guaranteed, but this gives you some sense of how to find the most popular jobs on a particular freelance site. If you're wondering what kind of freelancing you could do, or trying to come up with an idea, or trying to take the thing that you know you already want to do and see how popular, which site is the best one for me to get on, and so forth. So real world data is always the best way to go, and this is a tool that you can use to do that. Any open site where the internal pages are publicly available, you'll probably be able to find some data on. Maybe something like a TopTal or some of the other ones. I don't know how open they are. Maybe you won't be able to find that data, but again, it'll give you some sense of what to do.
Yeah.